Year and congratulations again on tying the knot.
Thank you so much.
Um, how are you guys feeling about this new product launch? Can you guys tell
Very,
me a little bit about it
yeah.
with International Delight? Yeah.
Well, they came out with new products. So the chocolate covered strawberry and wedding cake, which I think is just so cute that they're also coupling it with the blind date delivery contest. And
Nice.
um, obviously partnering with one of the biggest, if not the biggest, love reality show. And bringing it to fans, I think is just all a really cute idea in like the Valentine's Day time around when the show is coming out, the next season of the show. So Garrett and I are just really excited and honored to be able to participate in that campaign. And
Yeah, we feel like we owe a lot to this experience, this experiment
Yeah.
through, and we're very grateful for that. We feel
yeah,
extremely lucky and grateful to have found each other through this very different kind of environment. And International Light, I think, is really plugged into that and understands that people are looking for something a little bit different. And while their primary thing here is they're a coffee creamer brand, they've also still understand this very interesting nuance of like dating today, and have provided people with an opportunity to meet in a way that very, not too dissimilar from the way Taylor and I met. And we get to play matchmaker. Yeah, we're excited about this.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of the show. I remember when it aired, the first season, this was like right before COVID lockdown, which is insane to
Yeah.
even think like this was like 5 years ago. They're coming up on the eighth season, as you guys mentioned. You guys met in season seven. Do you guys have like any advice for the new contestants? Like, of course, it's a different type of dating experience. But yeah, what kind of advice do you guys have for them?
buckle up. Um, I think obviously for the people that have already gone through the show and like you're kind of just waiting to see what it's like, um I just expect it to be a roller coaster.
Yeah.
That's like the only way that I can describe it to people, in that like there's ups and downs and it goes and sideways, and especially for those that have gotten married, like
Yeah.
it just hits different. Like I think all the cast, you should be putting in like the time and effort to have like mental health guardrails. But for those that got married, like it's really important that you focus on your partner and your relationship, and you can't really do that if you're not taking care of yourself. So, yeah, that would be my piece of advice. How about you, Garrett?
Yeah, you got to take time for yourself. I think that I,
Yeah.
I've never experienced this before. No one's ever experienced this before.
Yeah.
You just don't know what it's going to be like. And you can think you're really tough and mentally strong and all these things, but you're not ready for this wave of just attention. And I think it really does impact you. And it can be a very beautiful thing, but you have to be ready and resilient. And yeah, it's making time for yourself. And like Taylor said, putting up guardrails for your mental health, I think is very helpful. You're never gonna so just try to enjoy it. And I think the only way you're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you prepare for a Love is be a contestant on Love is Blind if you've never been a contestant? It's insane. But I love that you guys, made that call out for mental health. It's super important. You can't give if you don't take care of yourself. What were some of your moments? I'm sure you guys had like some highlights being on the show.
Um,
Yeah.
I mean, I've said this like in terms of my favorite moments, but it's just really cool to watch your love story back. Like a lot of people, you
Oh,
don't get that opportunity. And like there's so many things that I would have never caught, like on our wedding day, obviously it was a really joyous and happy day. And but like Garrett's parents saying that they were married on the 13th, my parents saying they were married on the 13th, like on our wedding day, we're
oh.
getting married on the 13th, like all these little serendipitous moments that were caught on camera. Um, were just, it's a really wonderful once in a lifetime opportunity. We really got like a lottery ticket.
That's amazing.
I think some of my favorite moments weren't the ones that actually, unfortunately, made it on camera. But I think some of my favorite moments is just the little moments in between, like shots, or we're waiting outside of a venue for 2 hours, or waking up in the morning and having a cup of coffee with Taylor before like the craziness of the day gets started and consumes us. We get a moment there
Very caffeinated
to
all the time.
Look, you guys are perfect. You love coffee. It's a win-win. As you approach your first anniversary, like what's been some highlights and challenges being a married couple and coming off of the show?
Yeah, so one thing that was interesting was I think while again we owe everything to this experiment and obviously brought Taylor and I together, but that comes with some concessions, and I think one of those was the time spent with family. There's a natural process in a long-term relationship where the families do get to meet and become more comfortable with one another and become more comfortable with Taylor and become more comfortable with me. And I think that you kind of fast forward through all of that, and so the families they don't get that experience and they don't get to really know who Taylor is, and they get to know and her family to know who I am. So over the past year, it's been, a real strong push towards bringing that back into the fold and
Yeah,
building that relationship. And I've really enjoyed that.
I
Yeah,
love that.
it's combining two lives overnight is in a very unique way is hard. It was overwhelming at times. It had its challenges, but I do think that finding ways to connect, like little like dates every week,
Yeah.
coffee dates, which make it more flexible, was really important. Growing, and being able to, I think, um, get over like the first year of marriage that had a lot of growing pains. So we're very lucky, but it didn't come without its challenges, and I think we're on a good trajectory.
I love that. Like some of the hardest things in life are also the most beautiful things, So I think it's beautiful to kind of see you guys talk about your marriage, your growth on the show, off the show. And speaking of on a lighter note, how do you each take your coffee?
Garrett, or do you want me to go?
Well, so I made Taylor's coffee in the morning, so I know what she likes, but she also does like variety. So, but she does a little
Okay.
bit in the morning. What I'll do is I'll put like the creamer in there with a stevia and like froth it up and then add the coffee slowly. And it's just like
Okay, barista.
yeah, it's the best like barista face I can provide for you.
Okay.
So,
Gary has skills.
He
I
does.
love that.
I like variety. Like I have to switch it up, especially when we like, I think go to a different coffee shop. So I think it's just really cute and cool that International Delight has these fun new flavors, chocolate covered
Hmm.
strawberry, wedding cake, like in a
I
season.
know.
You don't really think of like Valentine's Day having like a flavor in a season. So this is
Yeah. Some creamer. Yeah.
like yeah, and sticking with the seasonal theme, it's funny. My first introduction to coffee when I was younger was like, "Ew, this is bitter." But like, so when I like, my mom was like, "No, no, no, look, try it with this, like this." And what it was, and what's why it's so cool that we're part of this campaign is what it was the International like pumpkin pie spice coffee creamer like in the during the Thanksgiving time frame. I remember it very vividly. And then like that Christmas, she brought out the International like peppermint mocha, and I was like, okay, this is good. Like I'm into this.
Okay.
It's very cool.
I
Like
definitely love the holiday season ones, especially
yeah, yeah,
like you
love
mentioned, the
it.
peppermint mocha.
Now it
Those are
extends to
like
Valentine's
solid.
Day. This is great.
So they're so good. And then also for, just kind of like tips for first impressions, like being in the pods. You guys were also in the pods, met in the pods. What is something, I guess, like that stood out for you guys?
in the pods for each other.
Hmm.
I would say um that obviously Garrett's just a very intelligent person, and I feel like we just really connected about um like science, but also we connected about our love for our families and like our
I love
values.
that.
And so like I think that those just like right off the bat, like were just really, really special.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, I think I have a good nose for like authenticity, and it's if you're just being yourself, that's the easiest way to be. And I think that it's a little bit harder to be someone that you're not going to put on airs. And I think if you really are tuned into that, you can pick up on when someone's acting differently.
Yeah,
And
their energy.
yeah, yeah. So I picked up on that right away with Taylor, that she was just very authentic and was being herself, and I really appreciated that about her.
Oh,
Oh,
thank
that's
you.
so lovely. Are you guys looking forward to Valentine's Day?
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
Any
Yeah,
plans?
Well, we got the new season coming out, so probably in fall.
Oh, there we go. Will you guys be watching?
We have to. We're part of the. We're
You
a member.
have to. You're
We
in
have to.
debt.
Yeah,
You're
we're
in debt to
excited
the
about it.
franchise.
So, yeah, now we get to like sit back and point, like, yeah. Now
And
you
be
know what
like,
it's
yeah,
like.
be the viewers.
Yeah, so it'll be a very different watch for us this year, and we're looking forward to it. Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you taking this time to talk with me. Congratulations again on the prep launch. I will definitely be trying it. I love coffee creamer,
We're
so I'll
good.
be
We're
trying it
They're
good.
as
really
well.
good.
My first reaction was, how do they get these to taste like
To
just
taste
like
like this. Okay.
perfect? Yeah, it's like the match.
I love that. Well,
Hey,
enjoy
man.
your day and take care.
Thanks, Brenda.